Hey guys, this is Eidolon Mirage with some Battlefield 1 gameplay on PS4. Today, we're earning a medal called Order of St. Christopher with an emphasis on the support class. The first objective is to get 20 kills. I start out with the Lewis Gun Optical and it's decent. I got some good kills, but none of the support weapons are reliable in my opinion. It just seems like enemies don't go down quick enough. I counted 6 hit markers on this guy and got an assist counts as kill. Sometimes they go down quicker, but that's what I mean by unreliable. It's also almost mandatory to go prone to have decent accuracy. Keep in mind though, this is 20 kills as support, so get creative with mortars or the Limpet charge to rack them up. The second objective is to get 15 suppression assists. This type of goal is tough because it's an indirect way of helping your team. It essentially means that you need to miss a whole bunch of shots and not kill people. I think DICE is just trying to teach us what suppression is. If you don't know, every weapon in Battlefield, especially the support weapons, have a suppression feature, where if you're being shot at, the screen goes fuzzy and it makes your aiming a little chaotic. You can see this happen here as we take this AT rocket, and here as I'm hiding behind this wall, and you get the point. This is essentially what you're trying to do to the enemy while a teammate kills them. I switched over to the Lewis Gun Suppressive because it has more ammo and it's supposed to have a more suppressive capability. And also because it's how you unlock the Chauchat Low Weight in the new They Shall Not Pass DLC. At first, I tried not to kill anybody by shooting all around them. This is a little ridiculous and not very fun. I eventually gave in and just started killing people like normal. This is what I'd recommend, or else this objective can be extremely stressful. It'll take some time, but I think it's the best way to accomplish this objective without going insane. Just stick to mostly medium and long range and be sure to spot the enemy so your team knows to help out. The third objective is to get 10 mortar kills. I'm not a huge fan of mortars. I'm using the high explosive variant and as far as I know, they only do 60 maximum damage. This means you need to hit the same guy twice to get the kill. I believe the Airburst mortar does the same damage to a little larger area, but it can't damage armor like the HE shell can. Mortars are decent for protecting an objective on rush or to clear out an area before you move in. If you have a teammate on comms, you can coordinate a mortar strike to the same area and I'm sure that would be devastating. With that being said, most people just run it solo like I did here and it's not the most effective. You pretty much need to hit an already wounded enemy to get a kill, because hitting the same guy twice is pretty difficult, especially if they have any ounce of awareness and move after the first strike. The fourth objective is to perform 20 resupplies. I'm using the ammo pouch today so I can chuck them at people without them even knowing. It's probably the easiest way to get this medal, but these small bags don't resupply grenades. Use the big bag for that, but players need to actively search for it and stand around it to get resupplied. If you're playing support, make sure you resupply as much as possible. I forget sometimes and everyone's guilty, but it's extremely helpful to keep people topped off on equipment and gadgets. It helps your team tremendously and gives you points, so just keep it in mind. One thing I learned is that you should throw down a couple bags before you enter your mortar. That way, players can run by and grab one without you needing to stop. The final objective is to get 5 kills and 1 life. We're playing Frontlines and it's a linear game mode kind of like Rush. This allowed me to set up and mainly focus on one general direction. Since I knew where the enemy was coming from, I just played it safe behind this wall and deployed my bipod for better accuracy. I almost had 5 in a matter of seconds but got robbed on this last medic kill. I had to rush forward for this 5th kill and it was a little nerve-wracking, but I got it done and earned the Order of St. Christopher. The support class isn't my favorite by any means, but it's good to switch it up and try new things like the mortar. Let me know what you think of the support class in Battlefield 1. Like if you like and subscribe if you like. I hope you enjoy these tactics and tips, and I hope to see you on the battlefield.